Oh my god, I'm so excited. I don't even know where to start. This is my journal where I keep literally everything. It never leaves my side. I carry it in my bag. I take it to bed. If you scroll down into my channel info where it has the Kerri's favorites on Amazon, scroll down in Kerri's favorites and you'll see the Lictrum 1917 hardcover medium dotted journal. That is what I'm using. It's just it's kind of one of the most popular bullet journals I think that I found when I was researching it and stuff. So that's what I use. I accidentally got a gridded one last year and I fucking hated it because the grid lines are like so in your face that you can't, I don't know. I just found it really difficult to work with because I felt like I had a lot less freedom with it. So that's what I use. It's pink. Hello. I mean, it doesn't look very pink on stream because I had to do the whole white balancing thing. But trust me, this is like Kid Kerrigan pink. Like, I love. I don't do like the crazy in-depth kind of bullet journaling like you'll see when I go through everything. It's actually super simplistic. If you went and Googled bullet journaling, there are some people that like full on do straight up art pieces on every single one of their spreads. And I'm like, bitch, I don't have time for that. Like, I just need to get shit done. I need to see what I'm doing and like, that's it. So I'm going to show you guys how I do it. If you look into YouTube videos and Google how to bullet journal and things like that, it's pretty much based around the actual lists themselves and how you denote certain things. So like a dot is a task that needs to be completed. When you complete it, you put a cross in there. When you migrate the task to the next day, you put an arrow. You know, when there's it can go really in depth. And for me, it's almost unnecessarily complicated. They're like, oh, if something is cancelled, you put a line through it. But if it's complete, you put an X there. And I'm like, bitch, please. If I finish something, I don't even care if I cancelled it or I did it. Like, I'm just putting a line through that shit. Like, see? Because for me, like, this is just so much more effort than that. So that's just what I do personally. And, like, some people have an entire flip page dictionary of like a key of all of the different symbols that they use in their bullet journal so that they can refer to what they mean. I'm like, if you need to put that much effort into your daily tasks to know what it is you're doing that day, that is way too much effort. Give me it simple, give me it quick. How are you going to know if you completed something or cancelled it by glancing? It doesn't matter. It's out of sight, out of mind. It's done. It doesn't matter if it's cancelled or not. Either way, you don't need to worry about it anymore. It's in the past. So it doesn't matter. See what I'm saying? I will do the, like, event is a circle and appointment is a triangle. And I consider appointments even stuff like going to see friends at a particular time. Like, stuff that is happening at a particular time that I need to be at physically. That's my triangle. The circle is like, someone's birthday is today. Maybe you should send them a message. Something that implies that there is a special event happening today. That's not necessarily a you need to be here at this time thing. That would be my circle. And then my streams, I put little hearts next to those with the time that I'm starting and stuff like that. That's how I keep it simple, stupid. So what I might do actually... And this is a tip that I do. This is actually legitimately a thing that I do. Bullet journals are supposed to be like anti exactly what I'm going to tell you, but post-it notes, fucking stick them in there if you need to. That's fine. If it doesn't stick in there, washi tape. Tape it in there, glue it in there, whatever. Because I'd like... For the purposes of the stream, like, I'm not going to legit make a list inside my bullet journal that I'm going to keep flipping to every 2 seconds when I'm trying to change subjects. So, sticky note. So this is my, like, 2018 goals. My 2018 overall calendar. I would have preferred to print this out, but I was lazy as fuck and didn't plug in my printer. So instead of plugging in my printer, I spent a billion years writing this out. Work that booty girl. This is like a monthly tracker that I can go through. I haven't really been using it, so I might rethink how I do this, or I think this is actually going to be part of my monthly review. So for this memories thing, that's kind of like a monthly, during my monthly review, which is the next page, I can put in here like what big things happened that month, like which of my goals did I achieve, what's something that happened that made me super happy, things that I want to remember that are important to me, and then I have a review and reflect spread, which is new for me. I used to use Trello as my weekly and monthly checklist. So I would have a checklist of stuff I would go through, like my social media metrics, my just like basic, did I take out the trash, blah, 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 all that kind of shit. And it would just kind of be this list that would appear in front of me once a week. And then I would get flustered and be like, how the fuck am I going to fit all that in? So this fixes all of that. Like I will actually schedule into my week, this is the day that I'm going to go through and do all of these things. So this is my checklist here, like go through all of my fitness goals and fill out all of that stuff. Done. Go through all of my finances, all of my bank accounts, all of my spending, all of my expenses and all that kind of stuff. Record all of that. Obviously I don't record. There are a lot of people that do this that have like expense trackers and stuff in their bullet journal, and I'm just like, girl, we are in 2018. If you're writing all that shit by hand, dude, get yourself a Google spreadsheet. Like, once a month, sit down with your receipts, go through your bank account details, copy pasta that shit. Done. Like, it's not hard. And then the monthly spread is, as I showed you guys, this for the next month. So I'm actually, because I'm going to Sydney, which is why this also helps, right? Otherwise I would have been surprised as fuck when I got to Sydney and was like, oh my god, I have so much stuff to do. Why didn't I think about this? I'm going to Sydney on the 30th of January. That means that I may not have time to set up all of this stuff while I'm staying in Arthur's tiny room with no desk space because he's using it to stream. So I'm taking the time now to get this stuff done beforehand, because that's why this all helps. So I'm going to be checking that off today, which is awesome. And then I added a reflect section to when I'm going through all this stuff. I look at my goals here. You know, did I hit any milestones? Like, did I hit my 40 concurrent viewers? Did I do my 90% of fitness for that month? All that kind of stuff. And then reflect on, do I want to do more? Do I want to up my goal? Do I need to look at something more realistic? What can I do to reach that goal next month? All that kind of stuff. Boom. Birthdays and shit. Clearly I don't use this. By the way, Alicia Wynn's and Rentaro's birthdays are in April. Don't forget. So, annual planning is this new thing that I saw, which is basically like you put in things. It's really good for content creators. So people who are on Twitch or YouTube or whatever, if there are certain holidays or seasonal stuff that goes on, make sure that you put that stuff into a plan ahead of time. So like if you want to do a spring cleaning video or something around that, then you can look in like, okay, where's spring? When would be the best time to make that kind of video? How much time do I need to prepare for it? And you put all that stuff in here. So that's actually been really useful for me too, honestly. So this is basically like the entire month, all the days of the month. I put the week numbers in there as well, just because that's how I format some of my like video editing stuff. And then I also have like the goals for this month that I want to accomplish. I put like quantifiable goals. So I want to do 90% of my fitness this month. And then my task backlog. So these are things that I want to get done this month that will relate back to my goals or just stuff that I need to do. And then coming up, stuff that is happening next month, just so that I can keep in mind when I'm doing my next monthly spread or when I'm doing my week-to-week stuff, I remember that that's coming up. Usually I keep one of these markers in the monthly, but I might actually get one of these stickies for my monthly so that it's easier for me to find quickly. I don't really like this because every time I want to get an orange one, I have to like throw away a yellow one. And I'm like I have a new fitness spread. Let me put a thing in there. Oh fuck! Now I have to throw away a yellow one. Like it's stupid. And I try to keep each of my colored tabs vaguely in the same spot. Monthly. And then on the next one, I'll just put February instead of monthly. Flags, tabs, post-it tabs, tab flag things. This was the Heroes of Fitness workout program that I was doing before they released the 30-day challenge. So I just wrote it in here because it was easier for me to just pick up my journal and track everything. And I had like what the schedule was, what all the workouts were, different ideas that I can do for cardio. And then I marked it with a little fitness bookmark thing so that I know exactly where it is. And then I have notes for myself, so I can write in here. So these were my measurements on the 6th of January, and every month I want to measure myself to see where I'm at, because I think I'm doing pretty well. You know, we thick, but we're getting there. It's cool. This is my adulting tracker stuff, which, to be honest, I don't really use that often because I tend to... It feels overwhelming to have to look at this every single week and be like, oh yeah, I did that, I did this, oh shit, I need to do that, and whatever. Like, if my floor's dirty, I vacuum it. If my laundry needs doing, I do it. Like, I feel like I don't need to be tracking all of this, but I figured I would try it just to keep myself honest. This was my first attempt this year at my weekly spread. So for my daily stuff, I basically just like open a new page, I put the date in, and whatever happens that day happens. It just feels so good to be able to not give a fuck about the format of stuff. This was the day before New Year's, last day of 2017. Just notes that I'm writing for that day, how I feel. We have our new subs that are in here. My wishes for 2018 was when I came home on New Year's, because I did a vote on Twitter to see if you guys wanted me to write down what my drunken 100% honest wishes were for the year, and so I wrote those down. Yeah, I posted them on my Instagram if you want to see that. This is another fitness page because it has the same color fitness tag. So this is the 30-day challenge stuff that I've been doing. I didn't actually exercise yesterday, but I did both of these workouts today, so hell yeah, go me. But we missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if I actually missed them or I just didn't mark them off, but you know, you gotta go by what's on the paper. So these are just all of the workouts that they had in the program, and then I made a substitute workout for myself because I was injured for a lot of the time and I couldn't do a lot of these workouts. So that's what I did there. Oh, that's right. This was when I was injured and I literally couldn't do anything, pretty much. This was the week that I decided to do nothing, girl, for real. Just to make myself feel better. That I just wanted a day because I was getting burnt out, and I'm glad that I did that. But this is where I started scheduling time. And it was really useful. So you can see here I started actually planning my daily tasks and things. So this is next week. I already did my spread for next week so that I can start just blocking things in. I don't really have anything particularly interesting going on. My note stuff, if I'm just like on the phone with someone, like when I was talking to my tax guy, the things that I need to do to organize my taxes and things like that, I'll put in my notes section. You can create things like collections, they call them. So this is like my website and sell sheet ideas. So like the things that I want to include in my website and my my new deck and stuff like that. And then here are some notes for my video tracker that I made when we were doing the Hearthstone PvE stuff. So I need to transfer all of this information when I do that video tracker. This is basically my contents page that shows me where all of the important stuff is.
Cat and mouse.
But if I'm going to be using it a lot, then I'll put a flaggy on there, which is what I'm going to do for this. I'm going to make it a purple one because purple is for Twitch. But I don't want to like put it over the text. I might just put it over here. Uploads. Boom! Easy peasy. So now I can flip on over to this page whenever the fuck I want. And these are all the stickers that I use for you guys in my journal that Blizzard gave me, and they're super cute. So this is basically how I do my bullet journaling. This will probably be broken up into various sections on different videos on how we went through each thing today. I hope they turn out okay. I haven't really made any videos like this, and I think we're done for today.